Hey folks, MysteriousJG here. I just recorded a 20-minute video and then realized I forgot to say something very important that needed to go up front. So, briefly, no gameplay in this. Don't be an idiot. This is all about the LP that's coming up, so if you don't care about getting a character in that, don't listen to the video. But here's the really important thing. Because of the number of people who took advantage of the offer to get in automatically and bypass the lethal lottery, if you donated to Zerfall's stream, I've just got too many people who donated to do any kind of lethal lottery. If everybody who is eligible, including the LPers who were going to get in anyway but haven't submitted characters yet, if all those people come in, I've already got about 40 created characters. That's too many as it is. If you did not donate but you submitted a character, I'm sorry, you are not going to get in. Unless you decide to go donate now. Cutoff for donations for Zerfall's purposes is Friday, the 22nd. So, that's it. I'm now going to go into a video I just got done recording where I'm going to go through the cities. I'm going to talk about what I'm actually going to do in the LP, what force I'll be with for the people who donated so that they can choose if they want to be in the same force as me, etc. But the main thing I wanted to get done quickly said, no one who failed to donate to Zerfall's charity stream is going to get in, not because I don't love you guys, not because you're bad people, but just because a lot of people did donate and they have priority. Alright guys, if you have reason to watch the rest of the video, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys around on the interweb. Hey folks, I'm MysteriousJG, and welcome to another announcement video about the LP. Hopefully the last one. I guess I might have to do one where I showcase the characters and I create them. But this is the post-Zerfall charity stream video where I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of what happened and as far as the lethal lottery is concerned, and also provide a little information. I've kind of, it's not 100% guaranteed, but I think I've made a decision about what I'm actually going to do with the LP. So for people who actually donated, I said I would give you a chance to chime in and say where you wanted your character to be after I told you how it's all going to work. So this is going to be that video. Alright, so I guess we can just let the movie play in the background. Although I'll be tempted to pay attention to it if that happens. First things first, Zerfall's charity stream I think was a rousing success. I played a role in that, so I'm very happy that I was able to help it be as successful as it was. As of my recording this, which is on Tuesday the 19th, Zerfall has raised 3,305 Canadian dollars, which works out to something in US dollars. Actually, that's probably something I should have figured out real quick. Canadian to US conversion. While you guys watch the so 3,305 Canadian dollars is 3,305 Canadian dollars is about $2,535.48 US. So basically, Zerfall raised over $2,500, and he had only set his sights on raising about $1,500. So that was a pretty big jump over what he thought he was going to be able to do. So that was pretty cool. Now, my role in this, well, depending on how I splice it, I can pat myself on the back and give my credit for half of it, almost exactly half. If I try hard enough and squint really hard, I can do the math and say that I generated 1,701 of those dollars, which would be 51%. But in fact, that's some bullshit. That's me taking credit for the entirety of the contributions of people who were going to contribute regardless, including people who haven't submitted characters, but I told them they could have characters that they wanted, like Lethal Feline, who made the largest individual contribution, a very generous contribution from Lethal Feline. That would be me taking full credit for Zerfall's own contribution to his own charity stream. So no, that number, that 51%, is ludicrous. But I do think I played a role. If I only count up the donations of $10 to $15, that's over $200. So and then the true numbers fall somewhere between those two. So I was responsible for probably more than 6%, less than half. But that's not really the point. It's just me patting myself on the back. What I want to do in this video is tell you what I'm actually going to do during the LP, and read the names of the contributors whom I have associated with submitted characters, so that they can respond in the comments and tell me where they want their officer to go. And then I will quickly go through everyone who submitted a character that I don't have down as having contributed. Because if I missed it somehow, you need to let me know. And if you go find a contributor and establish a fake YouTube account in their name and submit a character, you are a desperate loser. So anyway, my plan for the LP is to play as JG Mystery, the created character. In my off-screen playing around, I made one major change to JG Mystery, which I might change back. I will have to get rid of Test Chick too. But the big change I made to JG Mystery is I might come back and decrease his intelligence and particularly governance, and increase other attributes, because they do all raise over time. So putting all of those attributes into those two and then having them be that horrible at everything else might not have been wise. But the main thing I changed is that he is a civil official, because I was playing around in Lu Bu's force trying to befriend Lu Bu and Lu Baishi, and finding that they always wanted to have duels with me in order to reach a higher level of bond. Like Lu Bu, but I'm not absolutely positive. It might be because once I raised my bond to a certain point and they could teach me a skill, I needed to beat them in a duel to learn a new skill from them. And if that's the case, then because they teach duel skills, so it makes sense. And as civil official, will never get in a duel in this game, which would basically mean that the duel skills wouldn't be useful to you. And I was, as a civil official, able to increase my bond level with Lu Bu and Lu Baishi, which is something that I was playing around with having... No, not Lu Baishi, it's Lu Lingqi. Lu Baishi is not someone I encountered because I was playing a scenario where Lu Baishi is already dead. But I was playing around with that just to see if it would be fun, and I think it would be. So this is what I actually intend to do with the LP. And I might play through this game more than once, you don't know, but we've got Yellow Turban Rebellion, Anti-Dongzhuo Coalition, Warlords, which is the scenario that has Lu Bu with his own force, and Liu Bei has a small force, and Cao Cao has a force. But it starts with Lu Bu. It actually would be a good one to start with if you wanted to play as Wei, because they have a very small force with a lot of good officers. Then you got the Battle of Guandu, where Cao Cao has basically driven Liu Bei out of the Central Plains and destroyed Lu Bu, and Yuan Shu has fallen, and it's going to be the big battle between Yuan Shao and Cao Cao. You got the 3 visits scenario, kind of what I did in RTK 11, where Liu Bei gets Zhuge Liang to be a strategist and conquers Shu. Yi Subjugation, which is what is that one about? We've already got the 3 kingdoms essentially. It's basically, yeah, the 3 kingdoms. Like, you start with the 3 kingdoms more or less equal to go, or ready to go, roughly equal in power. Not really. Wei's got more resources and stuff than Shu or Wu do, but that was the fact of the day, is that Wei was the strongest of the kingdoms, but not strong enough to take out Shu and Wu if they ever acted together. But the campaign we are going to do is actually a DLC campaign, and I paid extra money for it, so I might as well use it. I don't remember if this one was free or not. But I want to do a campaign against Lu Bu. This one is basically set with... It starts with Lu Bu has betrayed Liu Bei and stolen some of his cities, and aligned himself with Yuan Shu. But he's made an enemy of Cao Cao and of Liu Bei. And I think he's also on poor terms with Yuan Shao. And I thought it would be interesting to play this campaign as an officer working for Lu Bu, because Lu Bu is badly cornered here. Now we'll be playing as JG Mystery, which means that if I serve Lu Bu and Lu Bu falls, that's not the end of the game, that I can go work for somebody else. And there's a pretty good chance that's what's going to happen. Because one thing that you will note in the games where you play as a single officer rather than a force, Sometimes it's difficult for a single officer to really turn the tide. But I'm going to see what I can do as JG Mystery to help Lu Bu survive. And another thing I think would be fun to do, because it's possible in this game, is for JG Mystery to get married. And the wacky sitcom idea I had is for JG Mystery, while keeping Lu Bu's force alive, to try to find the time to court Lu Ling Qi, Lu Bu's daughter, so that he can marry into Lu Bu's family, and Lu Bu will be his zany, murderous father-in-law. That being said, I would position my original officer, JG Mystery, in one of Lu Bu's cities. You can be in Xiaopei, which is ruled by Zhang Liao. You could be in Jiapi, which is Lu Bu's city. Or you can be in Langye, which is run by Chang Gong. So I'm showing you this map basically because if you are somebody who has submitted a character and you donated to Zerfal's thing, then you would be able to select the city that you want to appear in. So you've got Matang cities here, Wuwei, Jincheng, Tianshui, and Andeng. You have Lijui City, Chang'an. You've got Jianglu City of Hanzhong. You have Liuzhang City. Oh, Pangji. I guess this is a force that becomes Liu Zhang's force. Zitong, Chengdu. No, Chengdu is Liuzhang. And Jiangzhou. That's Yanyan. Oh, never mind. Those are the mayors, the rulers. So this is Liu Zhang's force. This force down here, I don't even know who the main ruler is. But it's got, I guess Shiji is the ruler. Jiaoji, Heipu, and Nanhai, Shiji's city. And these cities will be swallowed up fairly quickly by Wu, or the force that will eventually become Wu. This is currently ruled by Sun Tzu. You got Huang Gai running Lujiang. You've got Jianye, ruled by Sun Tzu himself. You have Wu, ruled by Zhuji, a Zhuji boy. And you've got Hamdinger's ruler of Huiji. There's only 2 cities for Yuan Shu. That's Guanling and Shaochun. Liu Biao has Jiangjia, Jiangling, and Jiangyang. Then Zhangzhou still has a force in Wuhan. Liu Bei has Cao. I think that's how it's pronounced. Cao Cao has Luoyang, Zhu Cheng. I knew that was Zhu Cheng. Chen Liu, Puyang, and Jibei. And you got a couple of oddballs up here. Zhang Yang has Heinai. Zhang Yang has Shandang. They'll be swallowed up fairly quickly by Cao Cao. Yuan Shao has Jin Yang, Ye, Julu, Zhang Xiaoshang there, Gan Ling, Ping Yuang, and Nanpi. And if you want to get wiped out quickly, you can go with Gangzhou Zan in Ji, or Beiping, or you can go with Gangzhou Du, who will be wiped out even faster in Jiangping. There's also a bunch of neutral cities. I guess I'll go through those 2. Yangchang, Yusui, Jiangning, Jiangke, Wuzhou, Hongnong, Shangyang, Yang'an. What am I doing with my life? Wuling, Changsha, Ling Ling. She ain't gonna give you that. Ling Ling ain't gonna give you that thing unless you give her ring ring. Guiyang, Yuzhang, Jianan rather, Runan, Jingye, Yang'an, Shangyang, what I've even already done, Hongnong, Hoggoblins, and Wudou. So these are the different cities where you can choose to have your officer placed. It starts in the year 198. I personally changed, the other thing I changed about JG Mysteries is birth date. I changed his birth date to match the birth date of Lu Ling Qi so that they'd be the same age, because one of the background things I tend to do as we go through the LP, which I think will be amusing, is to try to get married to Lu Bu's daughter. Alright, so what else am I going to do with this video? I want to go through the list of people. Well, first of all, quickly, here are the people who submitted characters that were visually, like I could tell just by looking that they were not complete or that the names were wrong. So if you're one of these people, you are out, and I'm reading your name to shame you, I suppose. Sam Patnaude, The Madman Mind, GK Trevor 1, Hame 16, Swatsum, and HoloScript. Something, I don't remember individually what they were, but something about your application disqualified you. Following people have not submitted characters yet, but I'm either like trying to get you to do it, or you are in if you do so, and I have reason to believe you will. Jim Jams, a friend of Zerfall's in the real world, who's apparently going to submit. Lethal Feline, Zerfall, and Grimmeth are all good to go as soon as they submit. Zerfall is going to submit. The other two I don't know about. And no, Grimmeth, I'm not going to give you a force and then yell at you for running it poorly. So you can go ahead and submit if you want to. Vulture Bobo and Vulture Bean are good to go if they submit, and also Vulture Hazel. So I will, people can chime in and see what you think, but if a character is submitted for Vulture Hazel, that is the cat that my brother and sister-in-law own, I can't give them a cat face. I guess they'll just pick a bearded guy who's like whiskers. But I will make a playable character, or a character who is meant to represent my brother and sister-in-law's cat. The following people submitted characters, and I was able to successfully link your name as a donor to a character submission. All Dragon, Civil Destroyer, Mad Mikey West, Lord of Blizzard SP, Ostentatiousness, Mookie Mog, Matsu Graven, Errol King, High Priest Funeral, Materni, Adam 523, Demonic Demon 363, Toll Panzer, Fat John, Commando Stalker, To Sandwich, Kaidia of LSNA, Mr. Shelton 25, Kai Gamer, Antius 6, Ryan Applegong, Cheese, Emperor Soon, Manly McBeefington, JLWTDW12, Thespa Celion, the special one, Bob Jackson, Lord of Lions, Rosethus, Arcsage Saleth, Wembley 2018, Stephen A. Draki Draws Near W, which just may be the true name of Draki's Door, Kazu Taylor, Reho Was Here, and Tom Stevens. So, all of you guys are in. Respond to this video and tell me what city you want your officer in, or I will leave you random, and that's fine. I don't mind leaving you random. I should point out at this point that if everybody decides they want to be placed in one of those 3 cities of Lu Bu's, and they all want to be on Lu Bu's force, that's probably a bad thing, because your city income is affected by officer stipends. So if one city has 30 officers, it never has enough money to do anything because the officers drain the city resources. And in this game, the span of control of the ruler means that no matter how many officers are at the disposal of the ruler, only so many people are actually under orders to do something to improve the city at a time. So it's a little weird, but having too many officers is bad. Too many officers in the same city, bad. So it's cool if you want to be in Lu Bu's force, like MysteriousJG. It'd be kind of fun if, like, Vulture Bobo was, so we could be like sworn brothers. I actually might be able to make us brothers. But, no, generally speaking, everybody probably doesn't want to be in that force, because it'll make it that much harder. A bunch of really good war officers might help, because Cao Cao is going to come at us hard early, but I'm going to try to actually maintain some kind of truce with Cao Cao until we can swallow up some weaker forces. So last but not least in this video, I'm going to read the people who have submitted officers where I was not able to link you with a donation. I'm going to go through this list quickly. There's some people in here I had hoped to see donate. There were people that I had hoped would win through in the lethal lottery. But here's an important thing I didn't mention until just now. No one is going to be selected by lottery draw because I got over 35. I got 35 submissions, and that's not counting people that I am still kind of expecting to submit, like Zerfall and Vulture Bobo and Jim Jams. I ended up, if all those people submit, with 40 submissions. Nobody is going to be selected by random draw. The lethal lottery got shut down by the donors. So, if you are one of these people and you donated and I wasn't able to link your username or your name in the donations to your YouTube character, you need to let me know toot sweet. And you need to find some way to prove to me that you are who you say you are. Alternately, you've got until, I think Zerfall said, Friday to donate. So I guess you could go donate $10 to Zerfall's stream sometime by July 22nd. If you do it on July 22nd, okay. So these are the people who put in characters but did not donate. And will not be in the LP unless they can convince me that I've made a mistake, which is entirely possible. I'm doing all this sort of with a couple of notepad files. Griffin Grandstaff, Rin Satori, Plank of Wood, Vencelau 3261, Jakefish 98, Q Party, Commander 9087, Kirakure Saizo, Toxic Kite 93, One Shogun, the JTA 20, Googlia, Cloud 354, Rooter 9, Kai Ireland. Oh, I was hoping you would donate. Kitsune, so now I'm just going to shame people. Kitsune Zeta, Stephen B, Michael Lojutsky, Hellkite, Speak Evil, Craigifer 86, Genevieve 1, Callan Lancaster. Oh, come on, Callan. You didn't donate. You comment on every video. But that doesn't necessarily mean you had a bunch of disposable funds. Pablo Francisco Schiuvo, Alexander Dement, Bjorn 100, Face Puncher 5, Alice Knight, Pandey Putu, Basurama. Again, some of these guys are regular subscribers. I would have been pulling for you in the Lethal Lottery, but if you didn't donate, there was just too many donors. I couldn't do any more Lethal Lottery selections. So, if you didn't donate because you just weren't free on the weekend of the stream, you can still donate. I will be happy to see that happen. Edelmyth, His Rotundity, Luck of Duck, Jedi Supersonic, Van Helsing Fan 1, 821 Snafd, Azure Turotos Gaming, King Blazer 20, A Thing. I was shocked at the thing. I would have expected a donation from A Thing, but I guess that was not a thing that happened this time. Mr. History Buff 1, Sell the Turkey, Kenchon, Bloodor, David Crimson, Laurentian, Wolf Fox, Phantom Soup, Grey Phoenix, Zaxares, Rick Johnson, I Am the Darkness 100, Bulldog, Master Reaper, The Potato Famine, Dimitri Georg, Rembrandt Rage. Oh, I was totally pulling for you if there was a Lethal Lottery Rembrandt Rage. Not only is your username a reference to a JG Bobo LP, you were going to create Lady Yuna as your character. I was very much would have been pulling for you to get selected, but sadly, there is no random selections. Shadow Wolf Rising, Great Officer, Sage Kid 15, Reborn Phoenix, Genuine Apathy, Vlad Tepes 1371, Julian Savard, Trey Collins, Chris Landman, Skin Eater 84, Aqua Dragon 9000, HH Frosty, The Axe Dwarf, Airwolf 89, The ITB, King Potato, Shoot to Maim 88, Shaman 490, and Aaron Star. Some of you guys had some characters just scrolling through quickly. Looked like they were fun characters, looked like they would have been interesting. Again, you've got a couple more days if you want to donate. I don't know why I'm doing this. I've got enough of these characters to create, but you can still go to Zerf's stream and donate if you want to. That's going to be it for me. This video has already gone too long, and I'm going to have to record a clip of me saying no one will get randomly selected because I didn't mention that until frickin' 20 minutes into this video. So I'll have to record that so I can put it up at the front of the video. Anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed. I hope you are excited about the LP, even if you were not able to get in because you weren't able to donate. And I hope nobody feels ripped off because I didn't think of the donation thing until after I'd put out that call to heroes. Otherwise, I would have made it clear up front. If you can't donate, don't bother. And any old time now, I've got another hero mode to finish. I haven't really decided if I want to do all the hero modes before I do the main LP or not. But definitely come Friday the 22nd of July, I'm cutting off submissions, and I will make the created characters, and we will be ready to go. This has been MysteriousJG. I hope you will join me and the people whose names I read in the list of donors in unifying China under our glorious Lord Lu Bu with his wonderful daughter Lu Linqi, and hopefully, if all goes well and she's not wiped out and executed by Cao Cao before I can build the bond up, her husband and Lu Bu's son-in-law, MysteriousJG. Bye-bye for now.